Hey, what's up guys? My name is Andrew and I'm developing a game called The Colony in the Godot system. So this latest iteration, I added some music in the title screen and then some sound effects regarding what you can select. We're going to have now an endless mode, and this is exactly what it sounds like. So there's no predefined endpoint, you're just trying to hold out for as long as you can. So when I select this, it's going to take you to our desert scene, and I'm going to have several different types. But if we go ahead and pick up this weapon, we could just start the massacre. We're going to get rid of the enemies. I built this because I really wanted to test what the enemies feel like. Let me go ahead and pick up the rifle, and now it's going to be a lot easier to kill them. So I just want to pause and talk about this really quick. So I've updated strength, endurance, and luck. The only two stats I still haven't touched yet was intelligence and charisma. So how strength works, it's going to govern your HP and your weapon's base damage. Your endurance right now is just going to cover how much or how long your player can hold his breath. So we have some poisonous areas. If he has a low endurance, he can't really hold his breath long. And then obviously the higher endurance, the longer you can hold your breath. Luck is going to be your critical hit chance. So let's go ahead and go back and let me heal myself. And I'm trying to get a lot of enemies to spawn so we could see any red text that might appear, and that's what we know is going to be, it was a critical hit. And we saw that 8 that appeared. So let me just pause really quick and talk about it. So luck is 2, so that's going to be a 20% chance you're going to get a critical hit. So with the power of the internet, I'm just going to go ahead and let them kill me, and then we're going to go to the next scene. Alright, so we're back over here, and like I said, I have strength, endurance, and luck already built out. So we're just going to pick that, you know, what your endurance bonus is going to be, but you're going to take that at a loss for intelligence and strength. So that what that means is your weapon's going to do 1 less base damage, and you're going to have less HP, but you're going to have higher endurance. Now our HP is at 3, but if we're going to look at our battery power, it's going to be at 14, and then our breath, the how long your player can hold his breath, it's going to be, I believe it's going to be 3 breaths or 4 breaths, but we'll test that in a little bit. All right, we're going to pick up our pistol, our whispering 6-shooter. We're going to go ahead and search this body. I got a little trigger happy with the inventory button. And then let's go ahead and hit this enemy. After you hit them, their speed increases. So to give you that feel that, you know what, it's now they're going to be after you. But if you notice, because my strength is 1 and the whispering 6-shooter, it's taking its base damage from its strength. So what that means is it's going to take some more bullets to take care of these guys. But that's okay. You could always upgrade your stats in like an upgrade room, and we'll go there in just one moment. When I was talking about how long your player can hold his breath, this is what I'm talking about. So we could see these incrementally decrease slowly. So if your player had endurance 1, for example, this meter would only show to hold a value of 2. And this looks like it's holding a value of 5. But let's get out of here, and then you're going to slowly, your breath is going to increase again. So that's the nice thing about the endurance. So we could stay in more dangerous areas longer without getting hurt. Let's go on the other side of the prison. All right, now that we're here, there's an enemy that spawned. And let's pick up some additional experience points, or I call them essence, so we could see that, hey, we have 20. But don't worry, later on we're gonna cheat. You know, I have these cheat buttons for myself. I did take a hit trying to get here, no big deal. And this area is supposed to be like a mini boss. So we could ignore that rat. This rat is not doing anything. It's just showing the pathfinding of the rat. But right now I have this floating slime being your mini boss, and they're gonna do a weapon drop. And you can see that -2, that was a critical hit. We pick up our rifle, and great. So our strength is 1. We have a rifle. How the rifle works is it's taking that base damage, which is 1 times 2. So each hit is going to register 2 hits. That rat we could totally ignore though. But let's say if I were to go to the zombie here, we could see it's going to be negative. They're going to take 2 hit points away from the zombie. Alright, so here's the upgrade room, and this is where we have an NPC that you could buy stuff from, or we could go to this holographic AI, and this is where we could upgrade our Neuralink. That way we could either have more strength, higher battery power, so on and so forth. The cool thing about this NPC that they're gonna generate some different things to say, and this is all random too. So a lot of times it'll be the same stuff that they'll say in terms of greeting you, but then eventually you could buy things. So I'm still thinking about like, hey, what do we want to buy? What are we gonna use our bits for? We could probably use that for ammo, some health packs, and maybe some permanent upgrades for the weapon. So some ideas I had was your Whispering 6 shooter turns into a Whispering 8 shooter, for example, or it might speed up the reload time just because you might have a new stock, and then that way it's just easier to load in your magazine, for example. But yeah, guys, so that was the big updates we made. So it was updating stats and what they do, adding some new enemy types, and then really designing the lower level of the prison. If we go here, we could see, hey, these are all jail cells coming in. Let me just increase my health, but that's really the gist of it. If you guys have any ideas you want to put in or anything you want to ask me about, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, and I'll look forward to showing you guys the next iteration of updates in the next video. Alright, thanks guys. This is Andrew, and I'll see you later.